Hi everyone. I want to ask two very fundamental questions when it comes to Chanukah. Question number one, the fact that oil lasts for 8 days instead of 1 day, is that really enough of a reason to celebrate Chanukah? Is it really enough to establish a Jewish holiday? Question number two, it's true that we might have won the war. We might have won the battle against the Greeks at that time, but ultimately we lose in the long run. Our temple is destroyed, the Jews are scattered, and today we don't even have a temple, a Beit Mikdash anymore. So what are we celebrating? The fact that a couple thousand years ago we had some oil for the temple? Today we don't have a temple. We'd think that we should mourn today for 8 days, remembering the way the days used to be, the 8 days, the miraculous 8 days, where they were able to light the lights properly. Today we can't even do that. So what are we even celebrating? Maybe we should be mourning during these 8 days of Hanukkah. Even if you want to claim that it's so miraculous to have oil last for 8 days. What's going on? There's a lot more to Chanukah than it really appears. And this is what I think. I think Chanukah has a very powerful message. The oil and the candles and the lights are a message that are eternal. And that message is, no matter how much anyone wants to extinguish the Jewish people, physical, spiritual way of extinguishing the Jewish people, they are not going to prevail. They are going to be extinguished, and the Jewish people are going to manage to survive. And that light is a very powerful form of symbolism. We light these lights during the darkest days, during the darkest nights, but the Jew lights that one candle, not in our temple, but in our home, because we recognize that the secret of survival of the Jewish people is not having a temple in Jerusalem, but is about having a strong and fortified Jewish home. So lighting the menorah, lighting the Chanukah by the windows and by the doors of the Jewish home, that declares that the Jewish people, the spirit of the people, still survives. And you know what that oil meant? The fact that oil lasts for 8 days? We know that if you look in the Bible, light, fire, represents God's presence. Whether it's a burning bush, whether it's on top of Har Sinai, whether it's a pillar of fire that accompanied the people in the desert, it essentially symbolized God's presence. And that even when it's so dark and dim, God's presence never leaves the Jewish people. And is seeing that light lasting longer than it should have, teaches us that it's not about what you see in life. What you see in life, usually things burn. No. The Jew teaches us an important lesson. You have to look a little bit past the physical into the spiritual fire. You can't really touch fire, but boy, you know it's there. And also, fire has a very powerful spiritual dimension to it. Most things, the more you share of it in the world of politics, in the world of the physical, whatever you share, you diminish. I have a box of pizza, I share it with you, I have a lot less. But in the spiritual world, the more I share, the more we gain. Fire, the more you take fire, the more fire can spread. And so I believe it is these messages that make Chanukah so powerful. That is about placing the menorah in the Jewish home. It's true the temple is destroyed, but the spirit of the Jewish people still burns and still burns bright. But God's presence never abandons the people. It might be dim, it might be grim, but there's never a sense of abandonment. And so there's that fire, specifically that fire, that when they saw kindling meant that God was with the Jewish people and the eternal Jewish people. Their candles will burn bright for 8 days, for 8 nights. And the candles will burn bright in our homes this Chanukah. On this Chanukah, the beautiful, wonderful holiday of joy and happiness, that we share it with all of our families and spread the light and the message and the meaning of hope and that better tomorrow to everyone that we come in contact with. For us, our families, the Jewish people, and the entire world. On behalf of JLIC Canada, we wish all of you a Chanukah Sameach. We hope you'll enjoy our new found website. Hope you'll enjoy some of our classes, enjoy some of the pictures, enjoy your interaction, and enjoy our family. Thank you so much. Chanukah Sameach.